It's so good to see you here.
Yeah, it's so great to see you.
I'm so happy that we're here because we rarely get a chance to talk properly at the fencing hall. So having this space, allowing us to catch up is really nice. And the environment is really calming here. Very different to the outside.
Yeah.
So the Olympics are coming up. How are you feeling?
I'm actually really nervous, but I'm really grateful also to be nervous and trying to be able to enjoy the stress and turn that into excitement and turn that into motivation to like make everyone proud.
So leading up to the games, I'm sure the preparation is really intense.
Currently, we're training up to like 30 hours a week, especially with injuries. You have to spend extra time on rehab. So there's not only like gym, physical preparation, but also rehab exercises, which are really boring, but I've turned them into meditation practices because you have to really know your body, know where it hurts, know where it doesn't. Sometimes you can't tell the difference between whether or not I'm tired, it's muscle pain, or I can push myself a little more. Every day I wake up and I'm like, yes, I have another day to train. I have another day to prepare, another day to get better. And as we count down towards the Olympics, I hope by then I can be in my best shape.
And during this time, are you pushing really hard or are you trying to taper it down?
Yes, I was pushing really hard because I was really stressed. So I turned all the stress into motivation to train. And then I injured myself. So now I have to go back to the beginning and make sure I'm in my best shape. And also it reminds me to be grateful to be healthy on the strip and just being able to enjoy the sport with like a healthy body.
We've known each other for so long and we've never really talked about this.
Right.
So I started fencing when I was 8 years old and I watched the movie The Parents Trap. I don't know if you love that movie. Yes. So they're the twins fencing in that one scene and I just fell in love with it.
I just always loved to fight. Taekwondo was my favorite sport. My mom wanted me to be a ballerina, so Taekwondo was way too different from being a ballerina. So fencing's an elegant form of fighting. So I got to try out fencing and I just loved it from the beginning.
How old were you when you first started?
I was 11. So how has fencing changed for you from like when you were 8 till now?
When I was 8, I think it was just a hobby and it was really fun. But once I got older, I think it got a little bit stressful because, we were competing a lot. We're always traveling. So I think as I grow older, I see fencing as something I need to learn how to manage instead of just a hobby. Before you step on the piece, is there anything you say to yourself or it just goes blank?
As I've gotten older, I've gotten to know myself a lot better and I try to focus on my breathing, try to list all the things I'm grateful for and remind myself how much I love fencing and that I worked hard every single day for this moment and I just want to enjoy the sport as much as I can.
I'm usually just really nervous, so I could use some of your tips about being grateful and focusing on my breathing. Sports can get really hectic and busy sometimes, so it's really important. I feel like it's really important for us to find a sanctuary and a space to just chill out a little bit. I relax by, every night I have a wind down routine and I journal with some calming music and I light my candle. Other days when I'm feeling not too tired from training, I like to do other sports. So it kind of trains my muscles in a different way and I feel like that's quite relaxing. I like surfing, so I do that to de-stress or I go hiking.
All the outdoor sports.
Yes, because we're indoor sports, right? So it's nice to be under the sun. Yeah, I feel like the relaxing part is mostly mental. Like, it gets so hectic at the fencing hall sometimes. You really have to learn how to calm all the voices in your head.
Yes. Yeah. And inside the mask is just you and your thoughts. And your biggest opponent is yourself.
So, how do you relax?
I like a quiet environment. I love nature. I like to be calm, but I know in fencing you have to be aggressive. You have to hit harder, and it's hard to find that toughness in me when I feel naturally calm.
Yeah. So besides relaxing by yourself, do you get to spend time with your friends and family much?
I'm an only child, so I think that's why I'm really introverted. I'm really close with my mom. My mom's my role model, and she's given me so much unconditional support along the way, even though she doesn't support my athlete lifestyle. She doesn't, because she's always like, you're always injured, you're always traveling, she's always stressed. So I constantly have to tell her that yeah, I'm okay, this is my dream.
And with your friends, do you get to see them much?
Yes, they've watched me grow up, and they know fencing is a huge part of my life, and that whenever I disappear, it's always because something's going on or something's wrong. And they always find the best timing to ask if I'm okay. And they never ask me about fencing that much, actually, or my results. They don't care.
That's the best.
That's the best. They always just ask me whether I'm hungry, whether I'm like sleeping well, eating well, and that they care if I'm happy or not whether I'm good at fencing or not. So
that's really nice. It's so important to have like a good social circle around you, a good support system at home. You travel like 10 to 13 times a year, right? How do you handle traveling for competition and all the stress?
I think because of all the traveling we do for fencing that I've kind of lost the passion for traveling sometimes because it's so hectic.
Yeah, I find it really challenging because as athletes we're used to moving around so much, so when we have to sit on a plane or go wait in line for so long, it really puts a lot of stress on my body. So I try to, keep myself active and find spaces in the airport to be calm, relax, and try to find a space to nap, which is not always the best to do so at the airport because you're scared you might lose your things when you're asleep or the bench might not be comfortable.
The armrests are in the way.
Exactly. So overall, traveling has always been a very stressful experience for me when I compete. And I think this toll of traveling can also affect my competition performance sometimes. So it's so hard to find a place to rest in an airport. And that's why I think having a lounge and like a calming space for me to relax is really nice. Somewhere where I can just lie down, or if I need to do my schoolwork, I can be on my laptop.
Having a space like this where we can meet and have some peace and quiet to chat, to eat, to calm down before our flight, it's just so great to feel refreshed and ready for our next journey.